What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, bringing you some more Dragon Ball FighterZ post-commentary coverage of my last City of Mayhem run, which was a tournament with $1,400 on the line. Now, that doesn't mean, by the way, that $1,400 was going to first place. It meant that there was $1,400 split up amongst top 8. I forget exactly how the payout worked. But basically, if I make top 8, your boy might get a nice little chunk of change, might get a couple $100 in the pocket, you know what I'm saying? In our last video, we won our first 2 sets, the first one 2-0, the second one 2-1. We were playing pretty clean. We were playing pretty clean. And we moved on in the winners bracket to round 3, 4. I don't remember if I had a bye or not in this tournament. However, we were then up against Chakras Bibidi. I don't know. He was bringing a team of all fusion characters, which you already know how I'm feeling. Why did I not 5M that? I could have gotten so much more damage here. But Gogeta, Gotenks, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So I was like, well, I know this is going to be an interesting match. I didn't get the Super Dash confirm off that, but it's fine. You know what I should have done there? Something I want to start doing in situations like that is instead of like, I just ran into that, he just pushed buttons and he was just whiffing and I ran into it. Fortunately though, he went for a spark, but Trunks fell out. He snapped here, which I really don't think was worth it at all. I'm going to spark in return, and yeah, give me that. Empty vanish for the hit. Knock him down, and that's going to be the end of his sparking. I still have a little bit more time left on mine, just enough time to get one final mix, except he guard cancels, but it's fine. Find the air-to-air though with the jump medium, and then that was weird. Did y'all wait? What? What? Whatever. I digress. We get to level 3 on Gogeta. Damn, hold on. I was gonna say something and I forgot. I was gonna say something and I forgot. Also, how did I not get the 2H on that DP? Damn it, man, I cannot remember. Oh, come on, it's right there. It's right fucking there. It's right there. It's right there, and I just can't remember. No 2H on the raw tag. Yo, Lotus, what's good with you, bro? My guy's being very impatient though, as you would expect from somebody playing this team. Lots of mashing, lots of defensive mashing. But it's been his downfall. Come, it's right there. Like there was something I was going to. Oh, right, the fucking the interaction post super dash like that. I was using 21's command grab instead of jumping forward and trying to do jump light. Command grab would have actually beat that counter that he did. Whereas with the JL, obviously I ended up getting hit. Hold the defense. Never mind. Thought I had defense for a second. I was taking throws. I was blocking, and then we lost 21. But as you can see, we're looking pretty solid here in this first game. His 0% blue Gogeta is on near death. He's got a full health Gotenks, but we've got more bar, more health on our Trunks than he has on his Gogeta, as well as our base Vegeta. And I've got the team order that I want with base Vegeta on point with Trunks assist behind me. Jumped out of the plus frames, that's fine. Didn't get the Trunks assist to do exactly what I wanted, and I tried to 2H that, I think, but I ended up getting counter hit instead. We got loops. Ooh, close but not quite. No 2H on that super dash either. Bomb, reflect. Oh, my vanish whiffed. You know, I should have done a rocket kick there. And again, we're kind of scrambling here. I'm not that great at scramble situations, but you know what is good at scramble situations? Raw tag. When in doubt, raw tag it out. You know what I'm saying? It works 99% of the time. Get the confirm, EX flip, taking back to the screen. I was hoping he'd do a wake up reflect or something. He did not. He up tech, but that's fine. Beam, no vanish. Got the destructo disc to hit that. Confirm off the assist. We've got 2 bars. That'll be an easy kill. Goodbye, Gotenks. Gonna bring the base Gogeta back in once again. Get him on point with the Trunks assist behind him. All we have to deal with now is this blue Gogeta, who's in a one-touch situation. If we can get any sort of confirm into it, like even like a vanish combo, it should be enough to take him out here. Confirm off the Trunks assist. Pretty much any straight hit, and he's slamming the auto combo, and I just run face first into it. Yeah, double Gogeta player playing as you expect. Like I said in the last video, I think it was the last video. It was either the last video or the video before that. It was either like the last rank video I did or yesterday's video where I was just like, I absolutely judge people based off their teams, but I'm usually right about it, so I don't feel bad about it. Okay, throwing out them little dancers' legs out here, got them tap dancing on niggas. I didn't confirm off the Trunks 5S, because imagine he confirming Trunks 5S. And I jump out of the Dragon Rush, Super Dash, J2H, EX Flip, we take game 1. And it's actually kind of close there at the end. We started off pretty strong. He was doing a lot of defensive mashing that was getting him either counter hit or he'd like vanish and he got 2H and situations like that. But in the end, we were able to take it. Now, here he hit return to ring room. I was like, oh god, he's gonna change his team. What is he gonna do? He's gonna bring out Broly or UI Goku or swap out Gotenks for Vegeta. Because like I just know he's gonna go from like one annoying character to an even more annoying character. Because that's par for the course in these events. Typically, when I beat somebody who plays a team like this, they bring out a team that's even more annoying. And surprisingly, he swaps out Blue Gogeta for UI Goku with the B assist, and so running Gotenks to C assist and Gogeta with the B assist. So I'm just like, yeah, this is pretty much what I expected. I didn't feel any worse about matching up against this team than I did against the other team. But yeah. Also, surprisingly, a lot of you guys really enjoy. I mean, I don't know why I should say it's surprising. It's one of the biggest sports in the world. It's not the biggest sport in the world, but I mean, basketball. You guys like basketball. I like basketball. I'm more into it now than I've ever been before. I don't really know what sparked it exactly. Actually, I do know what it was. I do know what it was. So I stopped watching basketball when Kobe retired. Rest in peace to Mamba, right? But when the Lakers went on that run in the bubble, I was like, well, hold on, because your boy has been a Lakers fan his entire life, and Kobe was my favorite player, right? And we ended up winning that chip. I was like, hold up, basketball kind of nice again. You know what I'm saying? Lakers are winning. And y'all can say whatever y'all want about the bubblelicious, asterisk, Mickey Mouse. I don't really give a fuck, and I ain't really a LeBron fan, so you can say whatever you want about him, and I promise you, I do not care whatsoever. Frankly, I've actually never really been a big LeBron fan at all. Now that he plays for the Lakers, it's like, cool, if you win, you win. You're doing good for my squad, but playoffs are going on right now. I did a bit of talking about it in the last video, and I don't know how many of y'all saw the game. Like, by the time you're watching this video, the game is over, but Heat and the Celtics, right? So I've been feeling throughout this playoffs, the majority of it anyway, that whoever comes out of the East is probably going to end up being the champions. Because I just feel like the Eastern Conference, hold up, get this 2H punished, yeah, goodbye Gogeta. I feel like the Eastern Conference is actually more stacked and more battle-hardened and just playing better than the West. Obviously, the Suns had a very underwhelming and disappointing second-round exit against the Mavericks of all teams, which are not a terrible team, but like, they're not a better team than the Suns, but they definitely played better. However, I will say that they have the best player. Between the Suns and the Mavericks, the best player is obviously Luka Doncic. You might disagree with that. I think it's Chris Paul or Devin Booker, but I don't think that's the case, especially not the way that they played in that final game. But and the way Chris Paul played in those last 5 games, whatever. I like Chris Paul. I'm not here for the CP3 slander, but the nigga played bad. It is what it is. I call it as I see it. Anyway, that being said, so Heat versus Celtics. Heat won game 1. Marcus Smart was out. Al Horford was out. Obviously, that's a big deal because Marcus Smart is not only Defensive Player of the Year, but also their starting point guard. And Al Horford, obviously, veteran that has come up with some really big moments for them so far in the series. And they weren't there. So, you know, Jimmy went off for 40. Heat do what the Heat do. And Celtics lose game 1. And, well, tonight, at the half, the Celtics are up by 27. So, yeah, Marcus, it's actually insane, too, because, like, Marcus Smart, again, Defensive Player of the Year, so you put him on Jimmy, so Jimmy doesn't get to go off, like, for superstar playoff numbers like he's been doing throughout these playoffs, right? And then you have everybody on the Celtics tonight, and I mean everybody shooting the ball well. I think the Celtics are, like, 12 for 16 from 3. Meanwhile, the Heat were like 1 for 12 or something like that. Like, it's just insane. Like, the Heat at halftime, the Celtics had almost as many points straight from just 3-pointers as the Heat did altogether. It was insane. I think the Celtics had like 36 points from 3, whereas the Heat had like 39 points. Like, it's crazy. They're just, I don't expect the Celtics to come out and shoot the ball this well every single night, but they have been shooting it really well. I mean, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Peyton Pritchard, Grant Williams, everybody's able to shoot the ball really well. Shit, Grant Williams had that game, he was shooting like, what, 7 threes? Insane. Actually insane. Also, you can see we kind of steamrolled this guy here in the second game. We take things 2-0 over our opponent. We proceed on into the next match. But yeah, man, I'm really enjoying the playoffs right now. I think the Celtics might fuck around and win it all because I could see them absolutely beating the Heat. And I think the path in the Eastern Conference has been much more difficult than the path in the Western Conference. The Grizzlies are a super young team. The Boston Celtics are a young team too, but not as young. They're a bit older. Like Jason Tatum, I believe, is like 25. Jaylen Brown, I believe, is like 26. Al Horford, I think, is like 35, right? Marcus Smart is relatively young. I think he's only like 23-ish, somewhere around there. It's like they definitely got some older guys. But like Minnesota, obviously, I don't think anybody expected them to win the chip. They're a really young team. Memphis, I was rooting for them very heavily. Ja's my favorite player to watch in the league right now, but they might be like the youngest team right now doing it. Suns did really well, but then underperformed. The Bucks might have been the favorites, the defending champions. You would say maybe the Suns were, since they had the best record by far in the entire league, but both of them are out, right? But like if you look at it in the East, right, you had the Miami Heat, who were the #1 seed, right? You had Philly and Boston, who like really kicked it up and were fighting. They were all in contention for the 1 seed, as well as Milwaukee, right? And you had the Nets, who, it was a blow up, but it is what it is. But what I'm saying is that, like, I feel like Golden State isn't the Golden State they once were, and they're obviously still great, and they're a veteran season championship team, and they have the potential to win. They very well might do it, and I low-key expect to see them in the finals, but I I just feel like everyone's path in the West has been easier than the Celtics' path in the East. Because I mean, for them to beat the Nets, which everyone was low-key still afraid of, even though they weren't a very well put together team or a team that did particularly great. But you have KD and Kyrie, everyone's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? They took that smoke, swept them, right? Then their next opponent were the Bucks, the defending champions, with Giannis, MVP, DPOY, champion, and in a lot of people's opinion, the best player in the league. Beat them, and now they're playing the Heat, which were the 1 seed. So, like, to me, I feel like the Celtics have had by far the hardest path so far, and they're playing really, really well, and I expect to see them in the finals, and I won't be surprised if they win it, and that'd be really dope to see. Because Jason Tatum getting that ring would be really cool, IMO, because he's one of my favorite players to watch right now. He's one of my favorite players in the league, and absolutely one of my favorite young players, and I think seeing him come into his own and like solidify himself as like a true superstar in the league would be really cool. He's had a couple of moments where he's fallen a little bit short, but for the most part, I'd say he's playing really well, and he's coming big in some of the most important games, so that's dope. We'll be right back with the next matches, though. And so my next match was up against a player named Gearmaster, running Frieza with the C assist, UI Goku with the C assist, and Trunks with the B assist, which honestly is something I should be using more with some of the teams I play. Even with this team, I feel like it'd probably be a lot better if I played Trunks' beam assist, but I just like CTF a lot, especially for some of the combos and stuff that I do and some of the confirms I get, and especially in the neutral. Because I feel like my neutral isn't that great, although I always say that, and everyone else always compliments me on my neutral, says my ability to air is like really good, and just like my awareness and my movement, which I think all of that stuff is bad. Like I think I'm bad at all that stuff, but I don't know, I digress. Anyway, Frieza getting things started here. Here's with the wave into the UI Goku C assist, gets confirmed with the 6M, drops the combo though, I super dash, get the hit, knock it down to 21 assists for the extension, and then bring in Trunks here. Now honestly, I probably should have just I mean, I guess it's fine since I have the bar, and again, that could have been a 5M punish. That could be a dead Frieza right now, because we have 3 bars, we got 21 assists back. If I had done like 5M, 2M, 5H, whatever, to the corner, etc., like if I had done the right combo, I could have killed Frieza here if I was more optimal, more aware. But that was just a lack of awareness on my part. But it's fine, we 2M, and then I dropped the combo. I did 2M into 5S and to try to do Change the Future. But I just ended up messing up the CTF input. But it's fine, he pops the Sparking, we get the hit again, knock him down to 21 assists, don't build the second bar here that we need to kill, but I'm going to spend it anyway. And then I'm looking for a tag here. Doesn't give me the tag, so I go for a Change the Future, and he just does 5M, and it actually connects, and he gets pretty big damage here off with Frieza on my Trunks. Now I gotta imagine he's gonna go for a special tag, brings in the UI Goku, spend the bar for the super, yes sir, level 1, into the level 2, side swap, bring in Trunks for the level 3, and here he gets mixed. However, does he have the mix? I doubt it, but he goes for the safe jump and I get hit. So I called his bluff that he wouldn't go for the X flip. I was looking out for it, he didn't do it. I ended up blocking low, just in case he went for a little sneaky to him like I like to do. And UI Goku tracking C assist makes me throw up in my mouth. But it's fine. He finds a hit on Ender 21, takes me to the corner, knockdown situation. I'm thinking I want to spark here if I get hit one more time, and I do. But he drops the combo and I'm able to actually punish him for it. EX dive, doom doom, dash jump, auto combo mid-screen, and then we get to dive into the level 3. So I'm keeping 21 in here because I'm going to recover a slight bit amount of blue life. I don't really want to have 21 die and be left with base Vegeta anchor, but if I get the hit here, I can potentially kill Trunks, so I get the same side low, but I'm looking at my meter and I'm like, I don't have enough bar. Maybe if I spark, I can build it. If I use these steals and the Vegeta assist, maybe, just maybe, but I ended up deciding not to even push it because I didn't think I was going to build anywhere near close to the second bar. It ended up working out because I go for a safe jump and then he guard cancels, which enables me to not only take out Frieza, but also a big chunk off of his Trunks, and now I've regained control and taken the lead in the set after taking a bit of a after losing a bit, right? And I still have my sparking. I thought for sure that was going to be the punish, but it wasn't. He super dashes the Ki Blast. It's fine. Doesn't get that great of a combo. I was looking for that super dash, but because I wanted to use my command grab, and he goes for the reflect there, which gets hit the Dragon Rush. Good shit. That's what you get for not blocking. Now we had the lead here. Also, I'm feeling a bit congested, so if I sound a little funky, that's why. We have 21, who I want to get out. Base Vegeta, sparking, 3 yellow steals, nearly 3 bars. However, he's got UI Goku with full health and some meter. He doesn't have Spark on his side, but I will never underestimate the power of UI Goku. This is a character who, despite, yeah, I got robbed there. I don't know what happened. Actually, I asked in the because this match was being played on Bump Stream, so obviously everybody had a what the fuck reaction, right, when that happened, because everyone was just confused as I was as to why that happened. And so I was like, does anybody know what the fuck that was, by the way, when my level 3 dropped? And Neo Judai, who you guys are probably familiar with, he plays Hit 21 UI Goku, right? He explains like, yeah, sometimes this happens if you use like certain steals in the corner, like it'll just do that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, weird, but I guess it is what it is. Anyway, I found it on UI Goku, EX knee drop, command grab, level 3. I was hoping that this would be enough for the kill. However, pixel. So I'm like, okay, let's just keep it simple. Safe jump into low. He tried to mash. I don't know what he tried to mash, but he tried to mash something. And we take game number 1 by the hair on our chinny chin chin, by the skin on our teeth. You feel me? So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm playing pretty well throughout this event. I'm making it in decent ways into the bracket. I believe this was top 16. Winner side top 16. Yeah, I think this was winner side top 16, and that meant if I won my next match, I would make it to winner side top 8. But you guys will have to stay tuned to see if I win this set and how much further I make it into the bracket. Having said, start of game 2, playing a bit of neutral, throwing out those discs, not getting caught. I get caught slipping by the some of those projectiles, but it's fine. Get me out of there, back to the neutral, jump over that. Trunks assist. Oh, I thought the Trunks was gonna blow him up and I'd be able to get the super dash confirmed, but that's not quite how that worked out. Nice little was that Frieza's JM? I'm actually not sure. You know, I actually used to be a Frieza player. Back during one of the betas, I tried out Frieza and I was like, oh, Frieza's actually really fun. Like, Frieza's really cool. And when the game first came out, I actually played Frieza quite a bit. I was never that great with him, obviously, but I wasn't great at the game in general. But I actually liked Frieza a lot, and I like a lot of his animations. I don't really particularly enjoy his playstyle. He's not a character I'd want to play now, but I low-key thought about it. There was actually a point in time where I went back to Frieza where I was playing 18 Bardock and Frieza Anchor, because Android 18 and Frieza had some really cool synergy, and it just it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun, and I was a much better player at the time that I went back to playing Frieza, and I was able to use him much more effectively. Ultimately, I ended up dropping him again. Like I wouldn't necessarily say it was like my main team at the time, because my main team was 18 Bardock Trunks, and I wasn't dropping Trunks for Frieza, but I was playing a lot of Frieza. And you know what's funny? Actually, this happened a couple times too. Sonic Fox was playing the exact same team for a very short period of time. Again, this is one of those things where if you went around in season 1, you might have missed out on it, but there was a very brief period, because Sonic Fox has tried to make Android 18 work multiple times throughout DBFZ. That's a character that they've enjoyed and liked quite a bit and always thought was really good. Never really tried to make her work multiple times, but like obviously never ended up sticking to her for a super long period of time. Yeah, 18 Bardock Frieza was actually the same team Sonic was playing, either shortly before or shortly after the time I was playing it. That was kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. That clash was kind of sick. I ended up losing it, so it wasn't that sick, but it was kind of cool. And I was kind of like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's something you might have missed out on. Actually, I think it was was it KIT in 2018? I want to say it was KIT or Texas Showdown, where Sonic Fox was playing 18 Bardock Frieza and made it all the way to Grand Finals and was beating everybody pretty convincingly until Nokami got there. And Nokami was playing, don't quote me, I could be wrong, maybe I could pull it up and find it, but I believe Nokami was playing Kid Buu Zamasu Android 21 at the time, and I actually smoked Sonic Fox. And Kami was coming from losers, right? So Kami ended up resetting the bracket, and I think he ended up making multiple solo 21 comebacks back then. This is at a time where 21 was considered a point character. People weren't playing 21 Anchor, but Nokami was making it work, because, I mean, 21 was effective as an Anchor, we just didn't know it back then, IMO. But he was playing Kid Buu Zamasu Android 21, made multiple 21 comebacks, reset the bracket, and I think Sonic Fox switched back to hit Bardock 16, which was like his more tried and true team. That was a misinput, by the way. Which was like a more tried and true team for them, that they found a lot of success with, and ended up winning the event. Can I actually look that up real quick on my other monitor? KIT DBFZ 2018. Was it KIT? I want to say it was. I can't even find KIT in 2018. Wait, no, this says KIT Summer Bash. No, that was Shinblade versus Shadow. Was it NEC? It might have been NEC. NEC DBFZ top 8. It was NEC, because it was NEC. This is Nokami and Sonic Fox in Grand Finals. The bracket has been reset. Yeah. This is it right here. This is it right here. Go back and watch this. Matter of fact, if I can remember, I'll leave the link in the description down below. Really dope event. Actually, like I mentioned before, also I looked away. We are on the verge of losing this match. I looked away. But I don't remember. I think I mentioned this before in the video, but something I want to do on the channel. I don't remember if I said this in the video or not, but I want to see the comments on this. I want to go back and like watch old tournament footage and like react to it and just talk about it, because I know a lot of you guys weren't around for it. I just think it'd be really fun to like just relive those moments, you know, on video again, because it's so sick. I get like really giddy and like nostalgic thinking about it. Like it was only 4 years ago, but it feels like such a long time ago. Yeah, we won our second set, 2-0 over Gearmaster. The Celtics are destroying the Heat right now in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Playoff basketball is dope. I still love DBFZ, and what a time to be alive back in Season 1. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all this content I'm bringing you. With all that being said, it's for my job today. And remember, nothing can happen to you swing the bat. Later.